Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Skulk, continuing the story of Winds of Change. Where do we leave off? Oh right, we were just about to go to tables! Alright, the table we go! We got through looking down the corridor and seeing and talking with everybody. Last two episodes were just talking, but we gotta get a bit more. I felt Phyllis was a little I don't know, lackluster or something like that. It was still something. But I can't remember. Do I have to go to the map? I think I'll go to the map. But yeah, it didn't feel as full as the other ones. At least my memory says so. And also, seeing there's a guy here that we don't even know yet, it's a little off. I mean, words. I mean, I'm going, what is this, a shadow person? No, we just haven't met him yet. I guess we'll be coming back here a few times. Alright, war table. What you got up there? Warming. Warming? Yeah, it's warming up there. Moving to the war table will initiate Act 3. Act 3 is a long series of cutscenes. Okay. Luckily we had this as the start of this episode. With no side content. Please make sure you have sufficient time set aside to watch. Alright. So this might be a super long episode, but if it's too long, I'll cut it in half. But we'll do this. Let's continue story. Act 3. Okay, so even though it's said already, I completely glazed over it. This is Act 3. All of this was Act 2. Jeez, what moments? All right, stop yammering me. Let's get started. I enter the war room and see Dominic standing over the table. He's moving wooden figures from place to place, forming a strategy. I guess this was my first time seeing him in action. It was impressive.
I'm glad you came, Seer.
Me too. He talks to me while he works, displaying grace and lack of effort. Well, he's been doing it a while, so it's almost like this is second nature for him. What was he planning? I noticed a map on the table with figures scattered about different regions.
So tomorrow we'll begin your training with the Blade of Exodus. But in addition to that, we'll have to train you in swordplay as well. I think Ulrich should be free. I can't really think of a better teacher.
I think I'm gonna get my butt kicked. I'm gonna fly across the room a few times. My butt's gonna feel quite a bit of... my butt is going to get quite a good relationship with the floor. Get quite acquainted, that's the phrase. Get quite acquainted with the floor. He eyes the scabbard on my back, and the base of the sword.
We think that the more you use it, the more you'll tolerate it. If you're like me, you got overwhelmed the moment you touched it. It's about adapting. Slow exposure will help you become stronger. When
I got exposed to it, I saw everyone, I think it was dying. It's been quite a while since I was at that point of when my character, me, touched the sword and had something happen. But I think it was people were dying, so... yeah.
But we're also in a rush, so I've worked out a schedule for you. It balances both exposure therapy as well as combat training. There's a bit of free time in there too. You'll be needing it.
I'm sure I will. Alright, I want you to hold your finger on that sword for 3 seconds. Touch it. 1. Everything's going through your head. You come back 2. 2. Wait, what? And things just flying through your head every second. That would suck if lots of things happen to you within every second that you're touching the blade. Oh boy. He points to a paper resting on the war table. I pick it up and start to inspect the contents. It's a detailed itinerary. I just read it, and because it's a word I heard in the past, don't know what it means. I'm impressed.
Now, there's one more thing. The spirit idol we discovered is right down there. It's a bit of a walk, so I'll have to show it to you later.
Okay. He points to a small exit in the back corner of the room. It almost looks like the entrance of a cave. It stands out. They must have dug out a large portion of this room. Oh yeah, of course. Like, again, this place is underground. So when you're building underground, you have to shave things out. Like if you've ever watched people play Minecraft, or if you played Minecraft, it's blocks. It's a game, but you have to dig out an area and then put down support beams so it doesn't fall on you. So yeah, dang, good job, guys.
It's also where I chose to bury Salus, our former leader. I guess I can be sentimental when it comes to that stuff. It just seemed like the right thing to do, you know?
Yeah. I don't know who he is, but he meant something to you, so.
Now, let's go over your...
Before he can continue, he's immediately cut off. Pro runs in the room, panting heavily, clearly exerted. But there's a hint of fright and concern in his face, too.
Dominic, come quick.
Pro, what's going on? I'm in the middle of a meeting here.
The meeting can wait, Dominic, please. Grizz is here and he's causing a commotion.
Uh-oh.
What? Alright, let's go. We should probably talk to him, Seer.
Azure.
I'm pretty sure I know what he's after.
Okay. We all nod to one another, and Pro starts leading the way. Whatever was coming our way, I'm sure Dominic could handle it. Slowly fading, closing our eyes. When we open them, we're back out here. We run into the atrium to handle the situation as fast as we can. When we arrive, I see Ulrich standing imposingly before Grizz. A good choice. Ulrich could fight off almost anybody.
Stand down, Grizz.
I only want to see Dominic. We had a deal and it's his turn to deliver. Don't forget, I'm the only reason you're down here.
Grizz looks back towards us, noticing our entrance.
Please, Ulrich, stand aside. Insubordination isn't your style.
He tilts his head back towards Dominic. Ulrich turns and looks, noticing that we're here. Saying nothing, he turns around and walks away. He rests his back against the wall and simply watches. It seems like almost all of the tension was cut from the air. Those two men in deadlock was a scary sight to behold.
Good. Now, Dominic, it's time. Unless anybody else wants to challenge me.
Ooh, me! Oh wait, what? Challenge you in what? Dominic takes slow steps forward. Caution not to make any sudden movements. Grizz grips the handle of his hammer, resting on his back, as if to threaten.
Now, Grizz, let's remain calm. I fully intend to hold up my end of the bargain. There was just some important business to take care of.
He motions towards me.
Yeah, I know. But all the pieces are in place, Dominic. Will you please take me to see it?
Dominic shuffles in place anxiously.
I suppose I can rearrange my schedule a bit. Sorry if it appeared like I was going back on my word.
I'll accept that apology when you take me to the idol. I'm sure you understand. I'm past the point of buying time. And make sure you bring that new friend of yours as well.
Oh, okay. I'd love to see this thing. Oh, so it was the idol he wanted. And from the way he spoke, he wanted me as well. Of course, this is all likely related to the Blade of Exodus.
Very well.
Dominic simply concedes without contest. Of course, before we can move, there's an interruption. Being a rebel was a busy life. It's always something. However, this something was a far bigger than any of us imagined. Dominic looks in shock as a young man slowly enters the room. With heavy, labored steps, they appear to be weak and tired.
Shane? Shane, You're back!
Dominic runs forward, and Grizz steps back. He seems to understand what's going on, too. Shane had come back from the trip to Balteris?
Dominic.
Shane, I can't believe this. I was so worried we lost you.
Everyone watches in awe.
Did they hurt you? Are you okay? Do you need anything? Pro, go grab some water, quick!
No, Dominic, I'm fine. Don't worry about it, Pro.
Pro stops in his tracks upon hearing this. If anything, it just looked like Shane needed some rest.
I'm sorry, Dominic.
For what? Oh, don't be silly, Shane. I'm the one who should be apologizing here. It was foolish of me to send you into danger like that.
Shane steps forward and wraps his arms around Dominic. Everyone seems so relieved, and all of the tension is gone. Even Grizz cracks a smile as he watches this happy reunion. But Shane takes advantage of our lowered guard. Reaching into his pocket, he pulls out a dagger. Before any of us can react, this damage is done. Dominic screams and stumbles back in shock. Shane was fast, and his abdomen is covered in wounds. He shakes, blood spilling on the floor at an alarming rate.
Shane?
Troop morale fallen 50%. Like I had any choice in this. Was there a quick time event I didn't know about? Ulrich is the first to react, and he tries to restrain Shane. However, it's no use. He's far too agile to be caught.
Shane, what have you done?
He doesn't respond, and grabs a bow and some arrows from a nearby weapon stand. All of us are panicking, not sure what to do. Could Ulrich take Shane alone? Within a few moments, though, that is the absolute least of our worries.
Sophie, now!
Stovey! Immediately after, Sylvie enters the room from an entrance to the tunnels. There's a man in a white suit of armor with him. With him, too. Just commas caused me to pause, okay? Like the honor guard. What was he doing here? Was this was definitely is it coordinated? Coordinated. That's the word. This is definitely coordinated. Unlike my words. We're in trouble.
Sometimes I wish it wouldn't be so easy. Look, Halen, even the suits of armor are still alive. All the time in the world, and they didn't even act.
Are you talking about the brittle, the peanut brittle soldiers that are walking around?
Pitiful.
No, they did well for what they had. They both look at all of the honor guards in the atrium. Minding their own business. They just stumble around. There's a lot, but they pose no real threat to anybody. Sylvie steps forward, looking at all of us. Ulrich grabs his blade and stands in the way.
Leave. Or else... what? I'll kill you. So dramatic, Ulrich. You've certainly grown. Where was that bravado 500 years ago?
Wait, what? How old are you, Ulrich? And how old are you? How old do people get in this realm? Ulrich growls and grits his teeth, easily provoked. All of us are locked in place, too scared to move.
You're outnumbered. Don't test me. If Dominic dies, we'll find another leader. You've done no real damage to us, Sylvie.
Nice stance and nice look, but you seemed a lot more, like your neck had a lot more girth to it. You still look good. You still look good. But your pose just is a little different from your other poses. Anyways.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's the, what's the, I totally missed something. Oh, right, the leader. Sylvie grins and raises one of his hands to the air. With a dramatic snap of his fingers, I stumble back. Dang, what a snap! The blade is reacting and trembling. What's going on? Whoa! There's a quick flash of white light. Wait. I know this feeling. From a vision of Valenorth when he animated those suits of armor. Can he truly manipulate the blade even without touching it? He can. All hell broke loose before I can even start to process these events. The Honor Guard grab their blades and start massacring. Gosh dang some of these words. Massacring the rebels. With a simple snap of his fingers, he sent them all into a murderous rage. All I can hear is screams of agony as our faces are caught off guard. Forces! Yes, our faces are caught off guard. Words! I'm so sorry. Bodies start to litter the floor, while the other rebels grab weapons and fight. Grizz runs forward and grabs Dominic's body, slowly dragging it away.
Seer, come with me. Let the rebels keep the enemy occupied. I have an idea, but you need to do what I say.
Training. Got it. I nod and follow after him. I'm still not able to process anything. That snap busted my eardrums. How could the rebellion recover from this? Within minutes, almost all the rebels were killed. This isn't how things were supposed to happen. I look down at Dominic's body, and it's motionless. A trail of blood follows me and Grizz as we flee the area. But before we can leave the atrium, Shane notices the trail. I feel a sharp pain in my chest, and suddenly drop to the floor. I can't move. I look down and notice an arrowhead protruding from my torso. He shot me in the back. That's all I can take in before everything fades away. However, with what just happened, I'm certain of one simple fact. The rebellion is no more. Gosh dang it, more morale loss. Like, we have nothing. So you started this whole thing just so we die. Anyways, I'm just playing along with the theme. Yeah. That sucks. Valessa and Fortane rush to the atrium, frightened by the sound of commotion. Members of the Honor Guard rush past them to carry out their brutal objective. When they arrive, a horror awaits them. It's clear that the rebellion has lost.
Oh no!
Ulrich, what's going on?
Ulrich is locked in combat with Sovi, violently swinging his sword. But Sovi dodges with ease, swaying his body from side to side. When he gets a chance, he lands a harsh punch in Ulrich's chest. Falling back, Ulrich is brought to his knees. He pants heavily, trembling as he raises back up.
I don't hide behind a sword like you and your seer. Now tell me, Ulrich, how does it feel to lose to me? To see everything around you crumble and fall?
Sucks. He laughs. That maniacal cackle echoing through the halls.
Perhaps now you regret changing sides.
Never. This isn't over, Sovi. Stand back, both of you.
He waves his arms dismissively at Valessa and Fortane. However, it was already too late. The Honor Guard is closing in on them. Ulrich turns and tries to help them, but a blow to the back of the head. My mind just said neck. And knocks him down. He can only watch through blurred vision as the Honor Guard overpowers them. Screams assault his ears. And they're slowly silenced. Had they been killed, too? Stop putting a period right there. It keeps pausing me. Why is there a period? Am I not knowing what these symbols mean? I'm pretty sure a question mark means it's a question, and makes the end of the question of the words rise, going two, not two, or two when it's an exclamation point. But if there's a period, don't you normally pause? Anyways, he scans the room, trying to find Pro, but he can't. Perhaps he's among the bodies. Sylvie steps over and kicks Ulrich in the gut, causing him to grunt and roll over. A few moments later, he kneels down and stares Ulrich straight in the eyes.
You thought you had everything under control. Abandon Valenorth, gather your forces, and attack Balteus. It would work if we didn't have you in our grip the entire time.
You was following us from the very beginning, huh?
All we wanted was to destroy Mazeo's spirit idol, Ulrich, the final idol in all of Alestia. The sickness almost cured. I know what you're thinking, though. The vision of Valenorth? The seer saw only what the Triumvirate wanted him to see. A trick to lure every single one of you down here. It worked! And after I kill you, the seer's life and that blade will be mine.
I don't want to be with you, though. I mean, you can't just take someone's life and take him whether you want him to. Like, you're gonna take me somewhere, right? I mean, or my life. Like, my life meaning my life is now yours, meaning I don't have any more life, meaning I'm... Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, no, you can't have it.
May the Triumvirate reign eternal.
No. Shane and Helen approach Sylvie, leaving Ulrich to look up at all three. Sylvie holds a hand out to Shane, who gives him his dagger without hesitation. Pressing it up against Ulrich's throat, Sylvie pauses, savoring the fear in his eyes.
I'd ask if you had any last words, but you don't deserve this satisfaction.
Gosh dang, how many of our friends are dying? How many? We just lost... This sucks.
Not so fast!
Everybody quickly turns to look as Pro runs in from the tunnels. He pants heavily, having clearly run a large amount of... He smirks.
Alex, do it now!
A few moments later, an army of pirates flood in from the tunnels. Yes! Sylvie, Helen, and Shane quickly become defensive, trying to fend them off. There was enough now that they stood a chance. The targets were clear. Using the commotion as cover, Pro rushes to Ulrich's side. He helps him get to his feet as he finally returns to his senses.
Where's everybody else? Valessa? Fortim, the seer?
Ulrich looks down at the floor, ashamed.
It's too late.
That's probably why I thought your neck was a little bit girthier, because it always just turned or covered by hand, or maybe it's just, I don't know, you look so stoic all the time. He places a hand on Ulrich's shoulder, shaking his head. He knows that Ulrich is wrong.
It's never too late. Come on, let's take them down. They won't get away with this. They can't.
That's right, you take them on, you slap their faces. Backhand them if you must. Use both sides of your hands. Left and right, slap it back and forth. Ulrich smiles and nods, and they quickly rush into combat. Not the room, but the room of combat, which is this room. Things were starting to turn around. They were no longer outnumbered. Sylvie, however, used this commotion to sneak deeper underground. While everyone was distracted, his objective was clear. Me. And I didn't want to see him. This looks familiar from what we saw at the beginning. Like this, but not with trees, but with rocks. Grizz carries me and Dominic to the room beyond the war table. The massive spirit idol grows with glowing, and radiates energy. It's beautiful. Through my faded vision, it only appears more surreal and odd. He carries me to one side of the room and rests me down. I notice that the arrow in my chest is gone, replaced with bloodied wrappings. He must have treated me during the time I just lost. But what about Dominic?
There were some supplies back in the crew quarters. I was able to treat your wound. No vital areas were harmed. It's almost like he did that on purpose. Unless you got really lucky.
Could be either one, really. He sighs and looks back at Dominic, who he had rested down on the other side.
But he wasn't lucky. I'm sorry, Seer. He's gone.
Dang it. No.
But we can still fix this. This is what I've been wanting all along. A chance to tap into that idol's power.
He looks at the blade on my back. Reaching behind my shoulder, he undoes the scabbard. It falls to the ground. He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath.
Please, let me take your blade. This is the deal I made with Dominic. To free the spirits from those suits of armor.
Do it, man. I look up at him, confused. Pain courses through my body, and I tremble. I grab the scabbard and hold it tightly in my hands.
Please, Seer.
Azure.
There isn't much time. 20 years ago, I led the occupation with Sovi. The people I killed, they're trapped in those suits of armor. If you give me the blade, I can use the power of that idol. I'll release those spirits. I'll give them the freedom they deserve. I need to do this. It's the only way I can make up for what I did.
I don't mind. It's up to...
And without the honor guard, this battle is won. Your allies can easily fight against Sophie and his men. There's still a chance to win here. We need to take it.
I know. Just take it. I'm wording for me until the game actually allows me. Or not. He looks down at the floor, and his ears fall flat.
I know why I recognized you and your friends back at my office. During the occupation, there were people that looked just like you. I was just following orders. Trust me, I regret what I did. All of it.
I trust you. Wait, does he mean...
Your parents, they were in Museo during the occupation, right? It's more than coincidence. This must be happening for a reason. They aren't dead, Seer. They're trapped in those suits of armor.
Mom and Dad are still alive? I notice the glisten of tears forming in his eyes.
Sent there by me. Let me free them, Seer. It's what they would want. It's what they all want.
I would not have anything against this. My grip on the scabbard tightens. He killed our parents. I can tell he's truly sorry. This is just too much to take in. The pain in my chest gets more intense, and I wince.
Here, I've got you.
He wraps one arm around me, slowly helping me to my feet. Together, we take slow steps across the room towards the idol. I look at Dominic's body in the corner of my eye, still and lifeless.
I stopped serving the Triumvirate the moment I got the chance. Being forced to live in those suits, forced to wear their colors. Nobody should have to suffer such a fate. We can fix this.
As we get closer to the idol, the earth starts to shake. There's a massive reaction coming from my blade. Grizz holds me tighter as the tremors get more intense.
I picked up some information when I served the Triumvirate. That blade has the ability to bend its power to your will. It all depends on what the wielder wants it to do.
I want what you want. I want them to be free.
They want power, and so it gives them an army. We want freedom. So that's what we'll have. Please, Seer. Let me do this. It's all I ask.
Each step we take causes emotion to well up within me. This is all too much. It's all happening too fast. No matter how hard I think, I have no idea what to do. Give it to him!
I know it will kill me, but I've come to terms with that. It's a fitting punishment, considering what I've done.
We reach the idol. I'm almost blinded by its light. I can understand that Grizz wants his redemption, but his crimes against the world and our families were awful. That's why we do forgiveness and repentance and all those things that we want to undo. Is our protagonist that held to it? I'm saying it just for the part this story goes on regardless. But still, gosh dang it, let go of your... Just think. Let him have it, let him fix what he's done. I could always tap into the power of the idol myself. How would Lesson 14 feel if I sided with Grizz? Some crimes aren't forgivable. Is this one of them?
Please.
Okay, hold on. So, this is before the chapter, and I'm not needing more than one file. I guess this is a longer episode. I can save and continue on from here. The question is, if I let Grizz sacrifice himself, it gives him the feel of honor. If I do it, what would my character do? Is he filled with rage and wants to do something himself, or are we going to sacrifice ourselves, which most likely won't happen because it's our story, unless we become a new protagonist. But what would happen if we chose to be continue this, from we do this? And that's the curiosity we'll see in the next episode. Now, just for a bit, I don't know. Next episode could be a half and half. I want to do this one because it's what he wants. This is what I'm curious about. I don't ever want to go backwards because I want this story of mine to be, I chose this. We're not going back. We're going to go forward with whatever I choose. So even if I have curiosity of what something else would have done, if I said something or done something else, this is what I want because this is what he wants. Even if we don't want him to die, what is our character thinking? That's the curiosity. Anyways, thank you guys so much for stopping by. And until I see you guys again, have a great day, everyone.